Welcome to Cue the Cameo.
Welcome to Cue the Cameo, and today we're going to be talking about the best and worst Batman portrayals. We are going to be ranking the 5 Batman portrayals that happened during our lifetime. There are 9 total. And we are going to give an honorary mention to Will Arnett for voicing Batman in the Lego Batman movies,
I'm a night-stalking, crime-fighting vigilante and a heavy metal rapping machine.
because he does it so well. So I feel like we're including him as an honorable mention here. Before we even get into ranking Batmans, I want to know, like, when we go through this, like, what are you thinking of when we rank Batmans? Like, what is a good Batman to you?
I feel like I'm ranking their portrayal of Bruce Wayne and Batman almost like separately
Oh, interesting.
because, obviously they're two very different characters. And Bruce Wayne, I mean, Batman is like his alias, but Bruce Wayne is not Batman and Batman's not Bruce Wayne.
Okay, as we were saying before that happened, what are you ranking these Batmans off of? Like, what is to you a really good Batman?
I feel like I almost rank Bruce Wayne and Batman like separately, and I feel like we could have a whole different ranking system for the best Bruce Wayne, a whole different ranking system for
Interesting.
a Batman, and then
Yeah.
a whole ranking system for who does it all the best.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But so I feel like I almost view them as like two different characters because Batman as like Bruce Wayne's alias is like so different to Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne, right? Because Bruce Wayne's like a persona almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I like try to categorize the two to rank them.
Okay.
What about you?
I feel like mine is going to be who truly like embodies the character, because I think we've talked a lot recently about like the Superman. There's like playing Superman, and then there's like, oh, that person actually is Superman. And so I think with the Batmans, like, I'm thinking of who really was like believable, and I didn't just see an actor in a costume playing a role. Like, who really created this Batman persona that lives outside of just like a movie.
Yeah. Who is Batman to you? Because I feel like in the comics we have like so many different iterations of Batmans. So many, so many. That like, you could almost make an argument that every single Batman's just a little different.
Yeah.
So depending on, who wrote the character for that storyline.
True.
So like, I guess who are we judging as like, who's the core character to you?
Okay, for me, I think Batman is this character who, like, there is a level of darkness to him, and there's a level of weakness from his, like, childhood trauma. And I think that it's important that that comes through in the characters, not frequently, but enough and, like, where it makes sense, because that was such a pivotal part of his journey to becoming Batman. And I don't think it's a character where like we need to be seeing weakness all the time, but it has to live there and it has to be believable. And then I think that, to your point, there needs to be this level of like billionaire playboy that exists there as well. And I guess the thing that, like, as we go through this, maybe something will pop more in my head, but I think the one thing that like maybe isn't going to translate from the comics to the movies is like his detective traits. Like, I don't know if off the top of my head I can think of a Batman who necessarily did that well, and that could maybe
I can.
that could maybe be because of like the way the movies are set up and like the directorship. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for, like the right way to bring in the trauma and some of the like origin story of Batman, the ability to balance the playboy billionaire persona and then also the like confidence and darkness associated with being the Batman superhero. What about you?
Yeah, pretty much exactly the same.
I'm
Yeah.
so curious who you think is a good detective, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
All right. I feel like we should let's just say our worst and get it out of the way. Ready?
3,
3, 2, 1. George Clooney.
Oh, okay. I was like, is it George Clooney or is it Ben Affleck? I was like, really? But I think it's George Clooney, and that's not to say he's bad. I just like out of the 5 that I guess we're doing.
Here's the thing about George Clooney's Batman. Like, he played the character true to, I think, some of the earlier versions of the comics, like a more true to comic form, like ka-chow, hey pal, like that type of Batman. And I think that was right for the era.
Yeah.
But it's not the Batman that I would revisit.
And like, that's not even his fault. I feel like he's just so low on our list because he was in like the worst Batman movie, Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And, like, so it's hard to judge how well he portrayed the character when the character was just slotted into such a horrible movie. So yeah, again, kind of a problem of the like director, where the story was like going. But
yeah,
unfortunately for him, yeah, he's number 5.
I think the, like, one of the reasons why I do like those movies is because I do think that all the the OG characters that they had in that series, like, we haven't really gotten a Robin yet with any of the like blockbuster Batman movies.
Well, in The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, but like not really. Like, we haven't gotten Robin in his true superhero sidekick form.
Yeah.
And so I think those movies are cherished because we get to see these like beloved comic characters like come to life with George Clooney. But when it comes to, again, like something that I would want to revisit when I am like in the Batman mood, I don't think that his movie is one that I'm necessarily going to be revisiting.
Yeah.
And I think that's also like the time and age of when that movie was made. Like, it's just a little closer to like when we were young, and like the effects aren't as good, and it's a little cheesier because that's what worked during that time.
Yeah, cheesy's like a good word for it, I think.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to number 4.
Okay.
You go first.
Me?
Yeah.
I think it's Ben Affleck.
You know, it's hard because Ben Affleck didn't get his own Batman blockbuster.
He got enough.
He got a lot.
He got enough. He got enough.
He's definitely not my favorite actor by like any means.
Mm-hmm.
Did he do Batman justice?
Okay, I feel bad. Everyone always shits on him. Like, he actually wasn't that bad, okay?
But he's still number 4.
I know, but he was in Snyderverse, which is just like down here. So like,
he didn't have the tools to succeed as well.
yeah, but and like he was an okay Bruce Wayne. He was okay. Like, he played the stoic billionaire role like quite well.
Yeah.
But was probably lacking in every other field. I don't know. I like, who's your number 4?
I think I agree with you. I think that him playing Bruce Wayne credits like his role a lot. I think he did a really good job. And for that reason, I'm actually not going to rank him number 4. I'm actually going to go with Robert Pattinson.
That's shocking. That's really shocking. What? Are you serious?
For me, like, I don't think Robert Pattinson had the credibility to play this role. And when I watch that movie, I see Robert Pattinson in a Batman costume. Like, I can't see past his character, like him being an actor.
Sounds like a you problem.
No, but I don't think that in his acting he like embodied the role enough.
Oh my god, I will make such an argument for what
I think the movie worked. I love the movie. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've seen it more than a handful of times, but like, I don't think that movie worked because of him. I think the supporting cast was like, I think the supporting cast carried him up, not a steep hill, but like a little hill.
She's crazy. She's crazy. Okay. Continue.
And I think that it was just a little bit too, I don't know. Well, yeah. I think it was just a little bit too dark for me, the way that he played him.
Okay.
And
But that's like him. That's like, what? That's like him.
I think there are variations of Batman in the comics. I think this is like on the darker end of the spectrum. But I think that his version of Batman, I didn't see Robert Pattinson embodying the role. All right, number 3.
Okay.
Well, mine is Ben Affleck now.
Michael Keaton.
Are we including Michael Keaton from the Flash movie?
No, I'm not. I'm
No?
just thinking of
Okay.
his movie with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, he wasn't as cheesy as George Clooney, but, like, there were still some of those, like, cheesier elements in the movie.
No, I think it was cheesy, but it worked. Whereas like George Clooney's cheesy did not work.
That's fair. And I think maybe that's why I place Michael Keaton a little bit higher because, again, even though the movie was more true to comic form, I think that he embodied the role a lot better. Like, I believed that Michael Keaton was Batman, like, in those movies. And, like, even if it is a more comic portrayal, it's not like an escapism, but it's like watching the comic come to life. And I think that he did a good job doing that. And again, where for me, like, going back to Robert Pattinson, like, I didn't believe him in the movie and I didn't really see him as a version that I would associate with, like, the comics.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's my 3rd.
And I wonder if that's just because
Tim Burton directed it.
And I love Tim Burton.
Yeah, I feel like the director also has like a big plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael Keaton's my 3rd. The cheesiness worked for me. He was like a slap type comic book Batman. And like I still appreciate that.
Yeah.
More than George Clooney's.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is Ben Affleck your 3rd?
I mean,
How is
one.
Ben Affleck above Robert Pattinson? Okay.
Okay, we all know I have a low bar when it comes to, like, modern superhero movies. And even though I dislike...
It's not even like a low bar. It's like the high bar is low and your low bar is high. It's like completely like a 180.
I think that Ben Affleck
Like-
just, like,
He's literally praised as like being one of the best Batman portrayals.
Wait, who?
Robert Pattinson. By like most critics.
Sorry, critics. Ben Affleck, for me, he did Bruce Wayne really, really well. And while there wasn't a ton of the, like, childhood trauma throwbacks, like, it was there. And I think that him as the Batman, he played this, like, really stoic, angry character. And I think that Ben Affleck as a whole, like, does a good job of being that type of, like, playing that type of character, whether it's Batman or someone else. And so for that reason, he's my number 3 pick. I feel like I have watched the Justice League movies a lot, and I think, like, it's definitely not for the Flash, and it's not really for Wonder Woman. And so a lot of it is like him and Superman and their dynamic. I think it works. It just works in like a blockbuster way. Like, do I think he deserves an Oscar? No. But it works from an entertainment perspective. And that's where I'm at. All right, number 2.
Mine's Robert Pattinson.
Mine's Michael Keaton.
Okay, make your argument. I'll make my argument. I
I
can talk
think-
about this for a long time.
Okay, my argument is what I said earlier. Like, he's higher for me on the list because I enjoyed the difference in the comic portrayal. And I think that in his movies, like, he played Batman really well. So that's my reason.
Okay. Robert Pattinson, like, has to be second. Like, he just has to be. I, like, don't understand how he could be lower than second. Like, that movie there was so much suspense leading up to the release of that movie because Robert Pattinson was so scarred from playing Edward Cullen. He's had, like, minimal good roles leading up to the Batman. Now he's like, I feel like he's just almost come back. He's like made a huge comeback from being Bruce Wayne in the Batman. And
Okay.
like he did such a good job. You were like, where do they portray a detective? Well, first of all, Christian Bale, yes, but like Robert Pattinson is that whole movie is him being core detective. He's facing the Riddler. Like he has to play detective.
No, I get that. And I get that the movie sets him up to play detective. Did I believe him as a detective? Like, not really.
Well, and you know why? It's because his portrayal of Batman is in like the first, we guesstimate, right? The first like 3 to 5 years of him becoming the persona. So he's like really early on in his career, which is why he flops a lot in the movie. Like he's sloppy, you know, when he flies off the building and like almost crashes like in his wingsuit. Like he's very new to all of this, and like him playing detective is also new, but that's like him being set up. He like still portrays exactly what Bruce Wayne would be if he were like coming into the job. Like him like going into the apartment when like no one is there and like looking for clues, like him in the orphanage, like he portrays it so well. And he like, you know what he's the best at portraying? Like he portrays being a rookie so well. Like he took the trauma of like billionaire little boy and he put that in Batman so well. Like the emotional anguish that he pulls from Bruce Wayne into Batman so hardcore.
I can
like,
tell you feel very strongly about that.
I just don't understand how he's 4 for you. That's crazy.
I think, okay, here's the thing. I followed Robert Pattinson's career like very closely, and like I feel like the recent movies that he's done, like he's a phenomenal actor, and I believe in his acting abilities. Like he has been in movies where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible acting. And I'm not saying that his acting in his version of the Batman was bad. I just think that it was so easy for me to separate him from the character.
Again, I think
that
that's a you problem.
Well, that's why we're ranking them.
That's just when I watched it, I felt like I was watching Bruce Wayne. Like I really thought, like I didn't even think. Well, I did. Like I thought he was Robert Pattinson, but like when I'm watching him, I was like, yeah, this is a kid who got like effed up as in childhood trauma, grew up to be a little bat freak, and like put on this freak suit and started fighting crime. And like he doesn't really know what he's doing, right? He's like super rookie. He's trying his best. He's like flustered with this relationship with Selena. Like it's quintessential.
Okay, that was another thing.
Batman rookie.
That was another thing that didn't work for me was his chemistry with Zoe Kravitz. I just didn't believe it. Like to me, it wasn't there, and maybe that's what you're saying is another reason why I didn't like the movie was like I don't think I'm in it for the rookie journey. Like when I'm watching a superhero movie, I want to see the superhero at their prime or like becoming their prime.
But what about Batman Begins? That's him being rookie all the way.
He did such a good job that I don't even think we could they don't live in the same universe.
Okay, I think Robert Pattinson's Batman was very core to like both Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like he played both so well. Not only that, Matt Reeves's Batman universe was just so
For sure.
amazing.
Agree.
Like, so spot on.
Agree.
Like Gotham as this, like, it's dark, it's dirty,
Yeah.
it's crime filled. The Penguin like adds to that atmosphere so well. So does Selena Kyle. Like, he did such a good job at portraying Gotham as what it kind of is really portrayed like in the comics.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson slotted into that environment like so well. Like, he also embodied the darkness of Gotham. Like, he embodied like the morally gray, being dark. He embodied growing up in this like fest city. And like you like watch him in the movie and you're like, this kid grew up in Gotham and it freaking like changed him. Like, he is like so good as Batman. Like Black Mirror. It's like very similar to his portrayal in Black Mirror. He's like,
No, look. Okay, you know what? As you're talking, I'm like reminded of more reasons why he's not the top of my list.
what?
Because, okay, here's the thing. The rest of the cast, again, Matt Reeves' movie is amazing. Like, I'm not shitting on the movie itself. I'm not shitting on the rest of the cast. Like, everybody else did a great job. I don't know if I would have cast Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman.
Crazy.
I don't know if, and I think maybe this is about us thinking of Batman from like two different versions, like, of Batman. Like, I think the core traits of Batman were the same as what we mentioned at the beginning of this video, but I think the versions of Batman has evolved so much over time, and I think we're probably thinking of different versions of Batman.
Maybe.
And I think the thing about Robert Pattinson's Batman, and like, I think the rookie storyline lends itself to this, is that when we see the memes of like, oh, Batman's going to fight crime, but he's got to like put on his eyeshadow first. Like, I see that with Robert Pattinson's Batman.
That's the same as like Christian Bale's Batman.
No,
He's got
I
it
don't.
too. Like,
No, I know that Christian Bale's Batman has it. I know that he has the eyeshadow. But with Robert Pattinson's Batman, and again, maybe this is because he's portrayed as a rookie, like, I see that in the movie. Like, when we're going from a scene where
then
he's Bruce Wayne and he's Batman, I'm like this guy just like goes sit in a maker booth. Like,
Okay,
I think of that more because I think this is a Batman that's early in his career, and for me that brings me like out of the comic universe because I don't want to think about that as an audience. Like, I just want it to be this magical superhero transition that happens, and I understand that that's not realistic, but to me the superhero experience is, there's some level of magic and fantasy to it, and I don't want to have to think about him fighting crime and like, how is he actually gonna like walk up those stairs in these like big clunky boots, or like, how is he like putting on all this eyeshadow before he goes and fight crime?
Okay, but, like,
I don't want to think about that, and I think that in this version there were things about his portrayal that brought me to that thought process.
I just feel like if you're thinking of him as like the rookie in this movie, that only shows you what a good job he did at portraying what he was meant to portray. And like the oh, I like superhero movies, like I don't want to like be like reminded of like the reality of like putting on eyeshadow. Like, I also feel like in this film I'm sort of reminded of that, but like I feel like that's why he did such a good job. Like, he's such a real, you can see like what a real Bruce Wayne he is. Because he's so good at bringing in like what happened to him as a child, and you can like see it in like his personality.
Maybe. I think that we love and hate the movie for the same reasons.
I don't hate the movie.
No, like what you love about the movie is like almost what I hate about the movie.
Oh, great. Okay. Whatever.
We could just disagree on this one. Like, we disagree on Love and Thunder.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like this is where I'm going to slot in a 1.5, and that's Will Arnett.
As a 1.5?
Because
Are you serious?
he does the voice of Batman so well. And again, it's the comic. See, okay, again, like I think that we are just thinking of different eras of Batman when we think about like what the portrayal should be like. Like you're thinking of some of the like newer comics where it is darker, it's more Arkham Asylum-esque, where I am thinking of the versions where it's more of the like 2D cartoons that we got in like the 1990s. Like that's what I'm thinking of because that's what I like grew up on.
Okay.
And so I think that's the difference, maybe.
Okay. I disagree.
Okay, where is Will Arnett for you?
He's like 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah. But Robert Pattinson's definitely better than.
I could be
Will Arnett's
convinced.
great.
I could be convinced to put him at a 2.5.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
And then my other honorable mention is he's not in it a lot, but like the Bruce Wayne Batman in Justice League Unlimited.
Oh, uh-huh.
And Justice League.
Okay. Fair.
Because it's animated, it's much easier to like portray him animated, but yeah.
Okay, so number one is obviously Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, played by Christian Bale. I don't even know if we have to defend this one. Okay, why do you think Christian Bale, because I know you feel strongly about Robert Pattinson, so why do you think Christian Bale did a better job than Robert Pattinson? Like, is it just because we got more?
I feel like when the Batman came out, I was like, oh my gosh, he like matches Christian. But after a while, like, you know, my craze has like gone down. I still think Christian's like my number one. And I feel like a big part of that's probably because we did get 3 movies of him rather than just one. I mean, who knows? Maybe after the second Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman, that'll change. I doubt it. But I think having 3 movies is a factor. I think the fact that Christopher Nolan was directing is a factor. I think the casting and villain choice of each movie is a factor.
Yeah.
Like all of that plays into making Christian shine even more as Batman.
Yeah.
Like everything that was built around his Bruce Wayne and his Batman was really built to put him on this like pedestal to like really make him shine.
Yeah.
And Christopher Nolan just did such a good job that like it's hard to argue that he's not number one. And like he played Bruce Wayne very well.
Yeah, he did.
Plays Batman really well.
Yeah.
Like he still has that trauma like come through.
Yeah.
And maybe it's easier to see because we see it in Batman Begins, like moving forward. We see it again in Dark Knight Rises. So it's just like there's just more content there to like really make him stand out.
Yeah, I agree with everything. Like, I think that he walked this line, and I mean, this is a credit to Christopher Nolan as well, but I think that he walked this line of portraying a Batman version from the classic comics, but then also bringing the like Christopher Nolan darker twist to it as well. And I think that they walked that line with like the costuming, like the gadgets, the portrayals of the villains and the side characters that we got. Like it really built this world that was like, I see and feel the comic origins of it, but there's also this more like
it's reality,
darker modern twist that feels more real, but not too disconnected from reality.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. It's like, it's slap and comic-y.
I don't know if I would say slapstick.
No, but like it is in a way.
It's got the like
that's
1-2 punch kind of vibe.
But it's modern.
Yeah.
Like, it's like it's slap, but it's modern.
Yeah.
And it's slap, but it's set in reality. And like, again, I think that's more of a feat of Christopher Nolan than Christian Bale. But like that, again, like he allowed Christian Bale to shine. Okay, you know who we forgot
Who?
is Ian Glenn, who plays Bruce Wayne in Titans.
Yes. I didn't finish the show, but in the seasons that I watched, he
Is just Bruce
yeah,
Wayne.
he's just Bruce Wayne.
He's okay.
He's almost like Alfred.
Literally,
He's almost an Alfred.
Yeah,
like,
he's almost like too nurturing and like fatherly.
he was the older version.
Nightwing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was almost like too good at being there for Nightwing.
Yeah, and
so it like didn't really work for me, but
yeah.
whatever.
Okay, so we just heard that the sequel to Matt Reeves' Batman is probably going to have a Robin in it. So who would be your casting choice to play Robin alongside Robert Pattinson?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Just kidding.
No.
Well, he was the Christian.
Yeah. I didn't like that tease. So I discredit to like Christopher Nolan's Batman for doing that. It doesn't take away from Christian Bale, but I didn't like that tease. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have worked.
There's so many actors to choose from, and like yet none of them seem right. I like truly don't know. Like, what age is this Robin? You know, is he a kid? Like, is he just rescuing him from the circus? Like, who? Like, where in the storyline? Which Robin is it? Is it Jason Todd? Is it Tim Drake? Damian Wayne?
For me, it's hard to put a character next to Robert Pattinson, especially the way, like, how dark and like brooding he played this Batman. It's really hard for me to visualize him having like a young portrayal of Robin with him.
But I also can't picture an adult Robin either.
I don't know if I would
Because
see it like as
he's-
an adult. I would say like maybe 5 years younger and maybe a little more like early career Robin as well.
There needs to be a time jump.
Agreed.
There needs to be a time jump, and then now Robin's the rookie.
Yeah, but not too rookie, I think. Because, like,
Yeah.
I don't see Robert Pattinson as a mentoring character. And so for him to have to take on a Robin and mentor him, like, I don't think that works for the character that Robert Pattinson has created.
Okay, which Robin do you want?
Not Damian Wayne. I would want to see Jason Todd come into this, and I would want him to die at the end.
Okay, that would be really good because Jason Todd, like the shortest lived Robin, and like, spoiler, dies in Death in the Family. Very good comic book. But his portrayal of Robin in the comics, especially in that comic, is very, like overconfident, like excited to be a superhero, and that gets him in trouble, and that's what kills him. Like, that's what gets him killed by Joker. So it's like, I would be interested in, I think that would be cool because Robert Pattinson's Batman is so, and then to have Jason Todd come in and be like, yeah, I'm Robin, like, I think that would be cool.
And I think we would have to balance it. Like, I don't want it to be like a slapstick comic version of Jason where he is like a little bit too gung-ho and a little bit too spunky.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would ruin the dynamic. I think I would want a version where he is confident and he is passionate, and that's where the energy of the character comes from, but not a naive, spunky version.
Okay, well then I feel like if you're wanting that, you should want Dick Grayson.
But I still want him to die at the end. And I do think Dick Grayson in the Justice, the HBO show, was...
Titans,
Titans was really good. Like, I think he did a good job of playing Dick Grayson in that. And I don't know if I could fit him into this universe, but the only thing is that, like, I would still want him to die at the end. So I think And I do think that this character can have an energy to him. Like, I think that would work. I just think the origin of the energy would need to be more about, like, passionate about saving Gotham, and, like, he's gung-ho, but it's not because he's, like, an idiot.
Yeah.
Which I think some of the, like, younger Robins have that. And, I mean, that's just me. Like, this is, like, why I don't like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's like, I'm not into watching these, like, spunky characters fail and
That's
fail
why you
and
hate
fail.
Damian Wayne.
Yeah, like, I don't want there to be this naivety to the character. Not in this world. I just don't think it would work.
Yeah, I think my pick is, I really like the Jason Todd dies at the end story. I think that would be really good.
Yeah, I mean, Dick Grayson can die at the end, but, you know, like, that's not...
Well, then Damian Wayne comes in. But I like, what would be good? If they did, like, the Red Hood storyline.
Oh,
with Dick Grayson.
interesting.
I think that would be really cool. Maybe, like, too much, but I think that under the Red Hood comic book, the darkness of that comic book really matches Matt Reeves' universe.
True.
So to them do, like, Black Mirror. Wait, is it Black? Yeah, Black Mirror. Yeah, Black Mirror and Under the Red Hood. That storyline in the Matt Reeves universe would really, really work. I don't know if they could achieve it in one movie.
Yeah.
But I think it would be good.
Again, I don't want this movie to become Batman, like, mentoring Robin, and that's, like, a huge part of the storyline is, like, him constantly having to, like, protect Robin.
Yeah, there should be a time jump where he's already done that.
I'm not here for the mothering.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I am either.
Cool. Well, we want to know if you agree with us. Let us know in the comments who played Batman best and who you think should be cast as Robin in the upcoming Matt Reeves Batman sequel.
Where you think Robert Pattinson lies.
Yeah, what does Robert Pattinson rank for you guys in the Batman world?
Tell her she's wrong. Okay.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more comic news.
Bye.
Okay, Sammy's argument convinced me. I am sitting down to watch The Batman for what is now probably the 6th or 7th time, and I'm gonna see if this changes how I feel about it.